Hi Leo, and welcome to your November 2021 general reading. So thank you everyone who donated to keep the channel going and just all the support that you give me, Leo. Okay, so the saga continues. We're living through great times at the moment. So I pulled you two Lenormands. So the first card that you get is the key card. So this is a very, very interesting card because this is about freedom. Okay, now the interesting story of this card is not everyone is seeking the key. Some people seek the cage. There's no right and wrong in this world, by the way. So some people love, it all depends on our moon, to tell you the truth. It tends to be the moon that loves its sense of things being familiar and safe, okay? And quite often our sun loves the key, and trying to get a balance between, you know, that sense of safety and that sense of personal freedom. I mean, it's a really, really big, I don't want to use the word dilemma because that sounds very challenging, because this isn't a challenging card, but there might be some opportunities for you to make some sort of big change, okay? So I'll give you an example that I pulled it last year and I left behind a job. Yeah, but I had to step away from the comfort of the cage to choose the key, to choose the freedom, okay? But listen, there's no right and wrong. Some people seek the moon, some people seek the sun. I think it's very much about in the circumstances that we're in, yeah? So if I've got no responsibilities, I'm going to be the key. But if I've got like a tribe of young children, I'm going to seek the cage. So it's almost like last month's reading, Leo. You seem to have a question, and that question I think is going to be around it's going to be about choices. I mean, the good thing about it is that it means some choices are going to be present and available, but it looks like some sort of choice has to be made. And then it's right next to the bear, which is really interesting because the bear is about our instincts, okay? Boy, this reading, you couldn't make this reading up, I tell you. It's a really, really, it's almost a universal theme at the moment. The bear is about our protective instincts. It's the urge to, you know, they talk about a mother's instincts, but everyone has these instincts. Men have them, women have them, animals definitely have them, but it's the instinct to protect. Wow. I'm sort of laughing, not laughing at you, Leo, but it looks like there's a really big, you've got a really big story going on here. So let's find out, see if the cards give us any more clarity. They might not, because we're in a theme of beginnings and endings up until January, okay? Everyone's in it, the whole world's in it, Leo. The reason that it might be more powerful for you is the Aquarius Leo access, yeah? Because that's what we're moving into. So this theme's the theme about personal freedom, creativity, living through the heart. But living through the heart is individual to everyone. Do you understand what I'm coming? Sometimes it's living by the heart to protect the cage, and sometimes it's to be the key, and that's why it can be quite tough doing these general readings and not make a make a ridiculous assumption about people's lives, guys, okay? Because you can't. You just can't, okay? So only you can go, oh, that's my key, oh, that's my cage, and work with it. So let's look. So what you want is the Lover's card. That's pretty clear. It tends to be about relationships, but remember the Lovers used to be called Choices card. It's part of the Fool's journey. Again, the Fool's journey tends to be about following the heart or following the head. The head is not the way that we make decisions. We make decisions through the body, through the heart. You know, the thinking apparatus is not how we make our decisions, Leo. Especially for you, you'll make it through this energy of the heart. So there's some sort of choice to be made. Now the gift is the Five of Cups. It's the gift. Let me find out why. The challenge is Nine of Swords. Yeah. Mind. You've got the Empress showing up in your relationships. Very beautiful. So this again might be, the Empress is Taurus. It represents our essential needs. It's it's a card of love. Tends to talk about what our true values are. You get the Fool card in your money and work. Wow, that's exciting. Then you get the Knight of Swords at a soul level. You're making some decision here. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and then you're going towards the Ace of Cups. Wow, Leo, and there's a lot going on here, and I try to keep this reading within 15 minutes. I'll do the best I can. I'm already halfway through. There's some sort of choice you need to make. And this is traditionally the Lover's card. If it's not a relationship for some of you, it's about a life choice, and it's between the cage or the key. Yeah, essentially. Now the gift of the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of regrets and remorse. Okay, it's it's real. Yeah, you know, sometimes we go, oh my god. It's a real card. So there's something to do with a choice that involves, it's almost like if you choose one thing, there's going to be regrets about not having the other thing. And it's almost like the key of the cage again. It's like, it's the gift. So there might be some choice that's being made here. There's definitely a choice that's being made here, but it's going to involve working through some sort of regrets that you can't have the key and the cage maybe, or that you can't have it all, when in reality, Leo, because we're moving into such a big life chapter, the best way to navigate this chapter of our lives is through the energy of the Empress. So what's the most important thing? What are your essential needs in this? You know, what's most important to you? And using that as your navigating tool. The challenge is the Nine of Swords. You know, this is whatever choice you're working through. There's regrets and there's some fear around it. Okay. Now these are minor arcana cards, and the minor arcana cards talk about our relationship with our everyday life. The cards that really give us the real power punch are the major arcanas. And it looks like regarding money and work especially, you're going towards some sort of new chapter, because the Fool is about a new story. It's walking down a new path. So for some of you, this is where the key is. There's some sort of freedom. There's some sort of new opportunities to pursue something. Yeah. The Empress in your relationships. So the Empress is, so this can be about love. And this is the tangible part of love. Love that you can see and touch and feel. So it's not, you know, it's not existing, you know, like the twin flame story. Yeah. This is love you can see and you can touch and you can feel. It's tangible. But also there might be questions in your relationships. And the questions the Empress would ask you in this relationship, what are our core values about? What do we really want? Because the answer to getting through all the big changes we're going to be going through is the energy of the Empress. So this is my values, and this is the way I'm going to act, because my values are, is it sacrament? They're sacred. They might involve some regrets as I let go of one old story of my life, but living by my values. You cannot mess with someone's value systems. It's impossible. In the Indian cultures around an arranged marriage, they look for people's Jupiters to be in harmony, and the moons, because that represents our core beliefs and our core values. And if they are arranged in a certain way, and there's equality within our shared values, then it would represent a harmonious relationship. So that's the energy of the Empress. What do we value? Are we connected in these values? Can we make our future based on these values? That's what's going on here. And it might involve compromise. It might go of letting go of some sort of I want to use the word fantasy dream, but the ability to imagine is a really creative function, yeah? It's a very important creative function. But sometimes to get down to the Empress energy and the energy of the bear, we need to let go of a lot of our stories and become very, this is what's really important. And this is how I'm going to navigate this next chapter, okay? Ooh, so you get the Fool in Money and Work. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. And there's an energy of new beginnings. There's an energy of new potentials coming through for you. You might be starting something new. You might not. You might just be happy with what you're doing. You know, feel gratitude. Okay, might not be perfect, but boy, I feel I'm just grateful for what I've got. That sort of energy. I will clarify what's the Fool saying here. It's with the Nine of Cups. This is about wish fulfillment. This is about there's some sort of energy pulling you here. The Nine of Cups is about living through the heart, and the Fool and the Empress showing up here. It's almost like there's a complete realignment of what's essentially important to you. Yeah. And again, it's going to be different for everyone, because everyone occupies a little bit of a different part of this planet. Yeah. So you need to identify it for yourself, and it's always going to be about, where am I at in my life? Not everyone can go and travel the world. Some people don't want to. Some people are doing different things. So this has to be about what has the meaning in my life at the moment. And if you've got people to protect, how do I do that as best as possible? See, whatever we've got going on in the world, Leo, it's all going to pass. I guarantee you it's all going to pass. It's a chapter. And we are going to move into brand new times and brand new eras, okay? But sometimes we just need to go, this is what's important to me. These are what my values are. And that is how I'm going to navigate my way through. And it does involve facing some fears and letting go of some regrets, some past energy. Very important. The South Node's going into Scorpio next year. The more emotional clearing work you can do, the better, by the way. It means that you won't have to face as much next year. Knight of Swords at a soul level, you're moving towards something, by the way. Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. It's like, I'm off, you know. I've set my vision, I've defined my values, and I'm off. And where you're off to is the Ace of Cups. And that ain't bad, guys, to tell you the truth. I adore the aces and the pages because they all talk about new potentials, new, just newness, new love. And it's not about a brand new relationship. For some of you it might be, but others of you it's not. It's entering into a new chapter of your life based on the head and the heart coming into alignment. Okay, so that is the Aquarius Leo axis. It's what we all have to do to move into the future. So not controlled by mind, not being totally controlled by, you know, the soppy heart, but having them in this relationship. It's almost, I almost want to use the word Leo. We all need to start adulting, yeah. And I don't mean that in a, I mean it is, you know, we really are being asked to step up, make some really clear decisions, but there isn't anything better than making decisions based on the Empress, because the second house, this is about what is essentially important at the moment. Making a decision and thinking that is how I'm going forward to the future at the moment. Very powerful reading, Leo. I'm going to tell you a secret. Oh, it's not a secret. Most people's readings have been just, oh my God, they've been so difficult. For some reason, I'm not saying yours isn't difficult. There's obviously some decisions that have to be made. But it's almost as this guiding energy. The guiding energy is the major arcanas. And I'm not saying what you're not going through is challenging, but there's a... It's almost like your power's been turned on. Yeah, your power, your superpowers have been turned on. And it's like, this is my reading, I'd be like, turn on my powers, what's important to me, what's essential to me, what do I need to do? And I'd be the Knight of Swords. And would I feel these cards? Absolutely. Don't ever repress your feelings, Leo. Most unhealthy thing you can do. Yet, at the same time at the moment, we're all really being asked to step up. And this is what the next 3 months are going to be about for all of us. Endings and new beginnings. Beautiful. That really cheered me up anyhow. I'll speak to you later, guys, and links to my website are below, and donation buttons if you're able to. Lots of love, guys. Bye.